Homeschool moms, I want to ask you a question today. And this is something maybe you have not thought about, but maybe it's something you'll realize as we talk about this. Have you ever stopped and wondered why you have lost that joy that you once had about homeschooling? And it's harder every day to have that motivation to homeschool your kids. You get up in the morning and you think, I don't even want to do this today. Remember when you started this journey with excitement and you had purpose, you had hope, but somewhere along the way that joy faded and you're not even sure when that happened. After 31 years of homeschooling, I can tell you this with confidence. Losing joy does not mean that you're failing. It usually just means that something is out of alignment. So today I want to share 6 common reasons that homeschool moms lose their joy and how you can begin getting that joy back that you once had. So as I go, let me know if any of these sound familiar to you, if you can relate. First of all, I think one of the biggest reasons we lose our joy is because we take our eyes off of the Lord. Homeschooling was never meant to be done in our own strength. And when we push prayer and time God's word aside because we get too busy with the books and choosing curriculum and all the activities, discouragement just quietly takes over. And the truth is, the busier we are, the more we need to depend on God, not less. We have to do it in His strength if we want to be able to continue on and have that joy. Number 2, we lose joy when we forget our why. Many moms start homeschooling to disciple their children. They want to point them to God, help them develop a love for God, a love of His Word. They want to help them grow and develop godly character. But again, over time, academics, schedules, and expectations crowd all those things out, and our priorities shift without us even realizing it. And when our priorities shift, joy is often the first thing to go. So let me just pause here and ask you, can you remember what were your original reasons for homeschooling? Go back to those and see if you're still focusing on the things that really do matter. Number 3, we lose joy when we compare ourselves to others. Comparison is actually just one of the fastest ways to drain your joy. When you look at someone else's homeschool, their kids, their schedule, it pulls your focus off what God has called your family to do. And often our family does things different than another family because our families are different. Our husbands work different schedules. We have different number or amounts of kids. We have maybe one child who has trouble learning, or we have different situations that make us each have different things in our school. So you have to remember, it's not what someone else is doing that you need to try to duplicate. It's seeking God as to what is best for your family. And remember that God doesn't ask you to be faithful to someone else's calling, only your own. So ask Him what He wants for your family and keep your eyes on Him versus what the others are doing. Number 4, joy often's away when we're overwhelmed and disorganized. Cluttered plans, cluttered spaces, cluttered toys, cluttered kitchen, it all adds up. And when everything feels chaotic, it's kind of hard to feel joyful. Sometimes restoring your joy just starts with simplifying plans and letting go of what's unnecessary. Maybe taking an hour every day and having the kids do a quick cleanup of one area just to get rid of some of that clutter. You could also consider doing our 30-day declutter challenge, which you'll find on my blog at the Character Corner. Number 5, we lose joy when behavior issues take center stage. Constantly correcting our kids, their attitudes, or having conflict will wear you down as a mom. Often we forget that these moments are invitations for us to pause the academics and focus on what's in their heart. Keep in mind that character training and the biblical correction is not a distraction from the education. It's a vital part of it. We're training their hearts. So the book training is important, but don't let that be your main issue. You want to focus on what's in their heart and pointing them to God, helping them develop that godly character. And then number 6, we lose joy when we carry the weight alone. Homeschooling was never meant to be a solo burden. And when moms isolate, push through exhaustion, or ignore their own need for encouragement, their joy will quietly disappear. I think about David in the Psalms and the verse where it said David encouraged himself in the Lord. So find some ways to encourage yourself in the Lord and don't try to carry the weight of homeschooling on your own. Find other homeschooling friends that you can meet with who can encourage you, where you can share notes and help each other as you deal with different decisions and struggles and discouragement. Share your victories. There's nothing like having a good homeschool mom to walk with you and encourage you. Here's the good news: joy can be restored. Joy will return when we realign our hearts with God, remember our purpose, simplify our days, stop comparing, focus on the heart, and allow ourselves to be encouraged again by God and His Word. So if you're feeling weary today or you've lost your joy, take heart. God hasn't asked you to homeschool perfectly, only faithfully. So if this encouraged you, I'd love for you to subscribe for more homeschool encouragement and biblical parenting support. And be sure to check the description below for more resources from the Character Corner that will help you regain clarity, confidence, and joy in your homeschool journey. You are not alone, and this season can be a season of joy.